The survey has also revealed that over half of the teachers so far have said that the severity of the poverty that they are seeing signs of in the classroom has intensified in the past 12 months. And we know that some children continue to come to school hungry, and teachers are doing what they can to respond to that, buying extra things at the supermarket, keeping them in their cupboard or their desk drawer. We know that kids who are entitled to free school meals are running out of credit on their cards because they're not getting enough with their money in the course of a week to keep them fed in the course of a school day or in the course of a school week. So while teachers and schools are making these efforts, the fact is that there is not enough for children to eat to sustain them actually in the course of a working day or a working day at school or a school week.
Yeah, I think you probably know better than I how hunger affects children's performance in school, and I just think it's morally reprehensible that in a country as rich as ours that we cannot find the money to make sure our children are being properly fed. It's something that I grew up at a time when that social responsibility was shared by the whole of society to make sure that children did not go hungry. I think we need to do more. We'll certainly be urging the government at all points to do more. But I think the impact of austerity cuts is having a huge impact on families' ability to feed their children. And we know that parents are going hungry. It's not just the children that are going hungry, because parents are often going hungry so that the children can eat. And the holiday hunger issue is also a huge one when free school meals aren't available. But I think we do need to do more where school meals are concerned. I know I've got colleagues on the Commission who that is probably their speciality is been working on children and hunger issues, and it's certainly something we'll be pushing over the next year.
It's interesting that you say that, because one of our campaigning objectives in relation to this agenda is universal provision of free school meals. It was great that it was introduced for P1 to P3, and a couple of local authorities have introduced it to P4, but hunger knows no age bounds, so we would like all children of school age, nursery age actually, with the rollout of free childcare and early years education, we would like to see that extended. The survey also reveals that 30% of our members are saying that they're seeing an increasing number of children having to drop out of instrumental music tuition. This is in local authorities where they charge for that. We've talked about issues around basic survival, things that you need to live, but this is about nurture. This is about developing all the skills and talents of young people, and some young people are not being enabled the opportunity to participate like that.
Yeah, it's really it's one of the things I'm most concerned about. It's crushing children's creativity. This inability to take part in music, dance, all forms of creative art. And you think of Scotland's musical background, traditional music, modern rock music, etc., where Scotland's made a much bigger contribution to world music than the size of the country you would expect it to have made. And now, young children from poorer backgrounds are being denied that opportunity, because it's not just at school. Afterwards, the conditionality that surrounds benefit entitlement, etc., can actually stop them practicing to become musicians, even if they've had the chance at school. So again, I just see it crushing young people's life chances, that they're denied these opportunities to develop their talents. And talent is born in everybody. We dance before, often just after we started walking, we begin dancing. We paint before we can write. It's all these things, and it's there innately in children, and then it's been taken out of them. And I do genuinely believe that's one of the worst impacts of poverty, is that denial of people's creativity and their potential to contribute.
Absolutely.
Well, I know that teachers entered the profession in the first place because they cared about the future of children and their well-being. And the best advice I can give them at the moment is take part in this survey that you're running. The more evidence that we have how poverty is impacting on the lives of our children, the greater the impact we can have as a commission in trying to convince government and the rest of society that they need to act, and they act now and urgently to tackle this, because there is a crisis developing. We're seeing poverty figures going up, despite the Scottish Government's best efforts to mitigate the impact of welfare reforms, etc. So we need to begin to get together and act collectively. And I really welcome the EIS's interest in this issue and its commitment to tackling it. So yeah, please, for your members, please complete that survey and do us and the EIS a favour and all the children that they work with, because that should be their main concern, those children's future.